Hello and welcome to another Affinity Photo tutorial. This time we are going to retouch some photos. I'm going to show you how to take off the reflection from the glasses here. I think somebody tried to fix the distortion here in the image. You can see that it has like a small interruption, and we're going to take off some of the elements that are, let's say, temporary on a person. Personally, when I'm trying to edit some photos and retouch them, I try to eliminate the elements that are temporary on a person. Like she has a small injury here on her finger, and we are going to have a look at the picture, try to remove some of the hair that is basically, you can see here, all over the place, and we are trying to make it tidier. If you're going to turn this image into a black and white, then it doesn't make sense to take out the glare, because this green glare that you can see here is going to disappear when you turn it into a black and white photo. This is just for us to preserve the color photo as well. Then we'll jump up to another image where we're going to do the same. We're going to look for some signs on her face that needs to be removed, like this bit of hair here, and I think she has a small injury here from a zit or something. Then we're going to remove part of the makeup here, I think from her eyeliner. And then I have an issue with this finger. I don't know if it's naturally like this on this girl, or I'll try to modify it a little bit so it's going to be more natural, but nothing extraordinary. And then I'm going to remove part of this red spot here and some stray hairs that appears in the photo and make it a little bit tidier. And of course this was already edited by the person that uploaded the photo on Pexel, so yeah, I'm working with what I have. So let's begin after the intro. Right, so let's start with the first image. I've already inserted the image, and you can see it's a background and it's a pixel layer. If you open an image and instead of pixel in parentheses it's saying image, convert it to a pixel layer by right click and rasterize, just so this layer can be editable. Now let's duplicate the layer, Command or Control J, and let's start working on this. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer from this option here, add a pixel layer, and you see that it added a pixel layer here, an empty one. Then I'm going to my brush. With the color picker, I'm going to select a color from her skin tone, and I'm going to paint over it. You don't need to worry about going over. And for you to see the effect even better, let's change this to a color, and you can see that it's already starting to affect our photo. So let's make this brush bigger. I'm using the bracket keys to change the brush size, and I'm going something like this. And like this. I'm trying not to affect, you can see I already passed through, but okay, let's do like this, and I'll add a mask afterwards. I think it's going to be and work better. Let's do the same thing here. Let's color inside, and let's limit only where her skin is. Okay, so you can see I already went overboard, let's say. So let's add a mask. So you have here option to add a mask. Click on this, and it added a mask to my pixel layer, the glasses. So let's click on this. Let's select black, and let's paint here. Hardness is 100%. Let's change the hardness to around 30. And just paint here. I'm using a tablet, but if you don't have a tablet, you can use your mouse. It's pretty easy to use it. Okay. To move it from temporary, from a brush to a hand and move the image, just hold space and it will give you this hand and you can click and drag the image. Let's make this brush smaller. Let's paint inside the eye here. And let's do this. Something like this. But now I need to turn inside of the eye a different color. So again, let's create a new layer. And I will need like a brownish color. Let's go like this and go to color here. Again, let's color this part of the eye. Let's do the same here. Okay. Don't need to worry that you overlap, so go something like this. And from here, let's change the opacity. So I'm going here at the opacity option and I am going something like 60%, even 50%. I'm going to do the same here. I think around 75% should work properly. Just to bring out a little bit of glare, but not the color inside. Okay, now final step, let's create the white part of the eye. So with the white selected, go back, color. Let's try to do this. Here as well. Even though here is not going to be influenced that much, but it will be more or less desaturated. Okay. All right. Let's zoom out. And let's see the difference. Let's group them. So this is before and this is after. Looking good. If the color of the eye is too punchy, you can go and change it, something like this. Just a hint of the color. All right. So what else can we do here? So using the healing brush, select the tip of the brush to be like a medium. Try to copy the pixels as straight as possible until you reach a decent level. All right, something like this. So let's look at the options that I have here. So opacity 100%, flow 100%, hardness 46, no force pressure, and just as you saw, click and drag and click and drag. Now let's burn this image. Burning here. And let's try to take this off. I'm going to use a healing brush, but the inpainting brush tool, make it smaller and paint away. This is before and after, before and after. There are subtle changes, but I think it's worth doing the work. Now let's add an adjustment layer. Alright, what else? Let's change the exposure, I think just a tiny bit. We have shadow and highlights. Let's use this as well. So take the shadows down. Highlights. Okay. There we go. And what else we can use? We can use the curves and do a small S shape here, just to see what the impact is. At least I'm liking the hair, I'm liking the color of the hair that is doing, so I think that should be it. Alright, so I'm happy with this image. I think it looks very nice. Let's go to the other image. Okay, and we continue with these strands of hair here that are, let's say, wild on the skin. So let's do something. I'll try to, I can show you. You can see this tool is pretty efficient in handling differences. It's pretty good. Let's take this as well. And when you're doing something like this, you'll want like a very small brush. Don't want to affect too much of the layer, otherwise it's going to create like a smooth effect. So like this. And again, you don't want to take all the hair, just bits and pieces here. Okay, now let's take this red spot here as well, or here. Let's move around, and here this is the spot, and go up and go down. And again, you need to take some time when you're trying to retouch like this. mostly that should be it. Let's look at before. This is before and this is after. Before, after. I'd say it's a little cleaner. Yeah, it's not super perfect, but it's a start. Okay, let's look at the levels. As I said, this image was already edited, so cannot do too much things to it, but I can edit by my taste. So I really like the dark ones, the punchier ones. I'm going to apply some level adjustment. Let's see if it's black and white how the picture is. Okay, so what we can do is play with the reds. Come back with the yellows. Okay, the greens are for the background. I can make that. Oh, this looks nice. Okay. And this basically is non-existing in the original photo, so. Okay, the reds though. I don't want to make too much. This looks good. And forgot to do something. I want to do some dodging around the eyes here. Okay, so just go with a big brush. Click, 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 click. Okay, and I think this is enough. Click on the nose here 2 times. Perfect. And what a difference, to be honest. What a difference. So with this, I will close the tutorial. Feel free to leave me a message below and let me know what else would you like to see. I hope you enjoyed this one. And of course, if you want to receive more of my tutorials, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and also ring the bell to get notified when I'm uploading new videos. Until next time, take care and see you around.